One of my best destinations for families is a tiny squiggle of land near the equator called Panama, with glittering skyscrapers, jungle villages, and oceans teeming with adventure, and crazy wildlife, on the ground, in the trees, and underwater. Each day this week is a new adventure in Panama. We'll explore the old city and the famous canal, go whale watching in the Pearl Islands, visit with the locals, and then hop a flight to the jungle beaches of Boca del Toro. All week at welltraveltexan.com. Panama, here we come. Get your sea legs on. We're in search of some 50-ton friends in Panama.
First day in Panama is whales in the Gulf.
Every year, humpback whales migrate 6,000 miles from Antarctica to Panama's warm, shallow waters to birth their young. In the summer, you have a great chance of seeing mamas and their babies playing just off the boat. The gentle giants love to say hello in their own way. Our guide is American Ann Gordon de Barragon, owner of Whale Watching Panama, who fills us in on the size of these giants of the deep.
They're about equivalent to the size of a city bus.
If we don't see them, we can hear them. Somewhere close by, there's a boy band of males.
And it lasts about 20 to 30 minutes, this song. And all the whales in the same area sing the exact same song. So the whales in Panama sing one song, but the whales in Australia or Hawaii, humpback whales, sing a different song.
Oh my gosh.
And each year the song changes. And we have no idea why.
Well, yeah, there's no reason.
Well, there's a reason, we just don't know.
We just, right.
As we head back into Panama City, hundreds of playful spotted dolphins surround our boat, racing us back home. These guys really know how to steal the show. Not bad for our first day. Day 2 in Panama finds us heading across the crocodile-laden Chagres River to an Embera village where Panama's indigenous people live in large, thatched huts, eating only the fish they catch from the river and produce they farm or find. As our boat meets the pier and we're greeted by the locals, it feels like we're stepping on a lost continent. Embera children are often naked until they reach puberty, except when they leave the village to attend public schools, quietly making the trip across the river by canoe. The jungle teems with life, a hum of activity from birds and animals hidden by the plants that call Panama home. Armies of leafcutter ants able to carry 5,000 times their body weight charge single file across fences, trees, and the jungle floor, completely ignoring us. I think there's a Dave Matthews song about this. The villagers use natural means to ward off critters. Curious howler monkeys watch us from above, and I wonder if they know what my husband found for breakfast. After a walk through the jungle, it's time for lunch. First, we have to wash our hands in the sink.
Plantain and tilapia.
Lunch is followed by a show of the villagers' traditional dances. And they don't take no for an answer when it comes to joining in, even if you do get a little confused. Our next stop in Panama is the stunning chain of islands on the border of Costa Rica called Boca del Toro, meaning the mouths of the bull. Bring your flip-flops and a sense of adventure. On the boat ride from the airstrip across the bay to our villa at Red Frog Beach, it dawns on us that we're about to be off the grid. You're surrounded by unspoiled beauty and biodiversity. It's as if nature is conspiring to unplug you and force you to completely slow down. Keep an eye out for the locals. First, there are the tiny red frogs. Then there are the sloths that spend most of their lives slowly, very slowly, munching their way through life. You feel your stress melt away when you're watching them. They may look adorably out of shape, but they're adept at staying in the trees, so even though we're right under them, we're not really in danger of getting 50 pounds of sloth in the face. Then there's the sea life.
Boca del Toro's water is perfect for snorkeling. The water's really shallow, all in between the islands, and there's lots of starfish, coral, all kinds of undersea life. Starfish. Oh my gosh, starfish!
I have a thing for starfish. Can you tell? Then we pulled up to find quite possibly the freshest seafood this side of the equator. Make sure you order the lobster. It's definitely fresh. served best with a cold Panama beer. Then it's time to take a peek below. Get your snorkel gear on and hit the water. Not a bad way to end the afternoon with a walk around the neighborhood. Now, let's get up in the jungle.
Last day in Boca del Toro, and we are taking to the trees to zip line.
The adventures in Boca del Toro are many and not for the faint of heart. I couldn't bring myself to wander the bat caves in waist-deep water, but ziplining is a rush as you speed through the jungle, climbing into the canopy on breathtakingly high platforms. We let the kids go first. And that's a wrap for our Houston crew. Boca del Toro leaves its mark on you in a laid-back, primitive way. It's Mother Nature's lesson to slow down, stop, and take a swim in wild and wonderful Panama. For our complete itinerary, go to welltraveltexan.com and click on Travel Stories.